What is up everybody, Northside here. So, the Ribcage, the best chest item in the game currently, is going to get a nerf in mod 23, and it has been posted last night with a line, quote unquote, why we had to do it. What they did is they nerfed Ruthless Might that was giving up to maximum 25% towards percentages. So 12.5 for critical strike and 12.5 for critical severity, netting us 25% as I said total. Now that is down now to 1.5%. Also, what is affected is chest piece that provides accuracy and combat advantage that was also given 25%. No other item in-game was given 25%, and I don't deny that. However, on a personal note, I think it's absolute bullcrap what they are doing, and this should have been done minimum 1 year ago. But here we are again with mod 23 coming closer day by day. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure community will be divided about this. Some will say it's good, some that is bad, and that is how things go. People have different opinions and justification of these kinds of things, or should I say nerfs. The Ribcage, in my opinion, will stay best in slot chest item in the game. So the question remains, why the nerf? The way I see it is to make content harder or a bit harder for endgamers, and not to mention new to mid players. Simply put, the higher the item level, the harder it will be to cap percentages on your character, and that is where the ridiculous scaling system is flawed and failing. Sure, we will be able to work around as we always do, at least it won't be a problem for me, but as I said, everybody has a right to opinion, rightfully so, that the item did gave too much. I also have the right to express mine, as I said, absolute bullshit and not incentivizing, because every chase item in the game eventually gets nerfed. What is next? Band of Air? Probably. So that doesn't really send a good message to the player base, in my opinion. Not to mention the grind and paying for old Ribcage from Avernus. I'm sure players working towards it still won't be happy, but to each his own. One last thing, this will also affect usage of damage companions and reshuffling the builds, but that could be looked as a good thing if there will be some diversity in builds, but we will see. So we will have some work to do there, reshuffling the companions and getting these ratings, etc., using the different augment companion, for example, or summon companion and other things. So here is the post, and I will quote, let us get right to it. We are reducing the amount of stats granted by Ruthless Might power found on the Bone Devil's Ribcage and the new tactful letters of the Dragon Hunt. Bonus will now grant the following effect. When you damage or heal your target for more than 10% of your maximum HP in a single blow, you gain 1.5% down from 2.5 critical strike and critical severity for 15 seconds. Max stacks 5. This is a reduction from 25% total stats gain, conditionally, I must say, 12.5% per stat, to 15% total stats gain, 7.5% per stat. So that is for the new mythic and old or current Ribcage. We apologize for having to make this adjustment. This adjustment was necessary in order for us to keep offering you more enticing reward without ruining the stat system. 25% stat gain, especially with strong stats for DPS, is not maintainable standard with potential stat inflation. Yet there is inflation. We will have to head towards another stat rework soon, please don't, if we continue accommodating for the Bone Devil's Ribcage. I'm just going to jump straight to the Mythic Gear. These changes also afford us more flexibility to create more desirable new gear and keep them relatively balanced with respect to other items in the same equipment slot. Going forward, when making Mythic Gear, we will balance them with the following thoughts. Head, these pieces can grant up to 10% in stats. Body, these pieces can grant a large amount of stats, up to 15% in stats. Our baseline on this used to be 7.5%, but we are increasing this to 50% as of Dragon Slayer mod 23. Arms, these items can grant up to 7.5% in stats. Same goes for feet and the ring. With that in mind, mythic border body pieces from Dragon Slayer should offer bonuses that are much closer to the Bone Devil's Ribcage. So here are some of the powers you can expect to see with the upcoming changes. Graceful Harmony, you gain 1.5% outgoing healing for each player in your team. When your teammates are 20 feet or closer to you, their forte is increased by 1.5%, 7.5% outgoing healing for yourself, 7.5% forte for your team. Reckless Rage: whenever you deal damage to an enemy, gain a stack of Reckless Rage, increasing your critical severity by 3%, but decreasing your deflect severity by 1.5%. For 5 seconds, maximum sec 5, 15% critical severity, and negative 7.5 deflect severity. Ruthless Advantage, which is the armor piece that has been nerfed. When you damage or heal your target for more than 10% of your maximum HP in a single blow, you gain 1.5% accuracy and combat advantage for 15 seconds, max dex 5, accuracy 7.5, and combat advantage 7.5%. Gladiator's Focus: for every 5 seconds you are in combat, you gain 1% critical strike to the max of 12%, up to 12% critical strike. So this change will be available in the upcoming preview patch, which will be, I think, on Friday, and I will cover that extensively and play around with the gear and everything else. So thank you for watching. I will leave the link to the topic in the description of the video. Shout out to my channel members, and Northside is out.